Attack on Titan is responsible for taking anime from a niche hobby of those who dwell in basements and have mild social anxiety to a mainstream hobby of those who dwell in basements and have mild social anxiety. Let's talk about it. Attack on Titan is to anime what Adventure Time is to Cartoon Network. Allow me to explain. For those unaware, from the years of 2006 to 2010, the channel Cartoon Network released a wide array of cartoons, most of which are considered to be poor in quality compared to cartoons of the past. There was even this live-action era, which was odd for a channel named Cartoon Network. You'd figure it would be a network of cartoons. But after all the lackluster cartoons and unimpressive live-action shows, a cartoon came out that soon reignited everyone's interest in Cartoon Network. That show was Adventure Time. It brought in new viewers, brought back old viewers, and had massively broad appeal. It was the spark that kickstarted a renaissance in Cartoon Network. How does this apply to Attack on Titan? Well, let's go back to 2013. I was a junior in trade school at the time. No one had yet to murder a gorilla at a Cincinnati zoo, causing the timeline to split, leading us into our current world events. And Attack on Titan's first season aired, and it came at a very important moment in anime's history. A year prior to Attack on Titan's first season being released, Bleach, one of the big three shonen anime, had ended, leaving a void to be filled, and very few anime at the time had the wide appeal to fill the hole that Bleach had left. This was a big deal to the anime industry because we were starting to see the winding down and eventual endings of two of the big three shonen. The ending of Bleach and the winding down of the Naruto manga could have led to anime reverting from a niche hobby of nerdy people to a hobby less popular than that. At this moment in time, anime hasn't become the mainstream powerhouse in entertainment as it is now. Netflix wasn't considered a legitimate platform to watch anime on, celebrities weren't acknowledging anime's existence, and anime fans, especially the ones that go to conventions, are looked at as antisocial people living in their mother's basement. The anime industry was stuck with the remaining big two, those being Naruto, which would soon come to an end in 2014, and One Piece, and well, we still have a while before that starts winding down. The anime industry was in a bad position, searching for the next big series that would take over the world. But that all changed when the Attack on Titan attacked. Why'd I write that? Attack on Titan came through like... I was about to say like a plague, but we don't really need to go there. Attack on Titan came onto the scene and was immediately a hit. It had action, it had humor, it had memeability, and it didn't follow the typical shonen tropes of a dumb comedic relief protagonist and weak female characters. It did do the dead parents thing, but overall it was very unique and very refreshing. It was even comparable to Game of Thrones with how it treats its characters. Hey, you like that character? Not for long you do. And the openings. Good openings can really help a series in terms of enjoyability. That's partly why Tokyo Ghoul is palatable. Attack on Titan's first opening. If Attack on Titan's first opening had a scented candle, I would waft it under my nose like one does a pumpkin pie. All of these aspects combine to create an exciting show that seasoned anime veterans haven't seen before, and that anime newcomers can stumble upon and both groups can equally enjoy. This gave Attack on Titan an extremely large audience. In fact, Attack on Titan was so big that at any con you went to, you were guaranteed to see a division of people cosplaying Survey Corps members. That leads me into the fandom. You think My Hero fandom is toxic. You think Naruto fandom is toxic. But you haven't seen anything like the Attack on Titan fandom during the Tumblr years. These people, just the fan art, the fan fiction, the shipping. You know what? I have to give it to them though. Without Aaron Levi shippers, we probably wouldn't have had Yuri on Ice win Anime of the Year in 2016. And without the Attack on Titan fandom thirsting for a second season during the 4-year drought, we wouldn't have gotten the Attack on Titan clone. You know the one. All I have to say is back muscles, zombie train. Yeah. All around, Attack on Titan is just great. In fact, Attack on Titan is so great, I'm bringing my colleague Kameno-O into this video to speak about it. Kameno, take it away.
Hey guys, Kameno-O here. I was an Attack on Titan fan back in 2014, and ever since then, it's been a ride. But this isn't about why I love it, it's more about how it took off. Here's my input. In the early 2010s, the anime community in the West was becoming less mainstream simply because the demographic split in their own groups were so distinct. You have the shonen giants like Fairy Tail, the comedic geniuses like Italia, the romantic interests like Oran. There was no real anime group. Anime fans were disconnected. Add on to the fact that anime lacked a marketing strategy to non-anime fans or adults that didn't grow up watching anime in the 2000s. What Attack on Titan did right that other animes didn't do was market itself as a universal experience. It didn't prioritize tropes in one genre, but rather it marketed itself as its own brand, its own genre. When the episodes were released, it showed this and went for their own unique way of storytelling and world building. The looks of it seemed like horror or action, but even that worked out. Attack on Titan knew the common tropes of anime and threw those out to produce an anime that didn't feel like an anime. One show that Attack on Titan always gets compared to is AMC's The Walking Dead, and it's well deserved. Both are adapted from graphic novels, but both are well written shows that really get the fans going. Not to mention, both brought in fans from not even the genre they were supposed to represent, and through that, they got more people invested in what they were marketing, such as horror for The Walking Dead, especially zombies, and Attack on Titan for anime. They gave fans and new people breath of fresh air that wasn't really experienced back then. Getting back on track, another thing Attack on Titan did well was subvert the tropes of shonen characters. For example, Eren having a brutal drive is something you wouldn't see in poster boys like Goku or Naruto. Armin's sidekick status feeling much more genuine in behaviors of his friends and that of people in real life. You can relate to Armin. By doing this, the show itself makes a trope for protags and characters in shonen. Attack on Titan's excellency was in character writing, and no character was marketed as a trope, the only one I can say being Sasha as comic relief, but as we see, she stems more from her behavior rather than just a writer making a trope, and she does get a lot of development in the arcs preceding the introduction arc that she was shown. The point is, Attack on Titan knew that their market was dying, and instead of trying to have flashy tropes, they made their own tropes, stories, and characters to appeal to not only non-anime fans, but anime fans from all over, and that's why Attack on Titan is great.
Thank you, Kameno. Attack on Titan came at a really important time to the anime industry and acted as the pillar the industry needed. It impacted every aspect of anime culture, and while the hype around the series feels incredibly small compared to when it first debuted, when the series finally ends, Attack on Titan, like Bleach and many of its other predecessors, will leave a giant void within the industry and within our community. Thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to be informed every time I upload. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday. Also be sure to check out my colleague, Kameno-O's channel. The link to it will be in the description. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and with all that being said, I will see you in the next video.